Greetings and salutations, my good old Pandora the Eclectic fans. Today we're going to get to enjoy talking about a certain topic that just can't seem to
Feminism
stop.
has become something of a dirty word.
Yeah. You might want to open up get some, I don't know, whatever drugs you out, and let's watch.
In certain circles.
Lately, a lot of high-profile women like Shailene Woodley, Meryl Streep, and Marion Cotillard have gone on record saying they are not.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Feminism, I believe, if we're gonna have feminism, shouldn't it be helping women who actually need it and want it, instead of trying to, be this collective thing where we all try to do this? And instead of trying to convert happy-go-lucky pagan people who don't need it, and possibly ruining their life and their careers. And also, to be honest, I'm kind of glad that there are people out there who are celebrities who don't identify as, one of you. Because here's the thing. They don't need it because, one, they're rich, they have all their needs met, they don't have to get married, they don't have to do any of that stuff. They've achieved exactly what you idiots want them to achieve. Okay? Doesn't need a man, successful, and no kids. Good job, feminism. Move on.
There's even a group called Women Against Feminism,
which I happen to be. So, wanna explain to me why I can't be? And also, another is, now you're infringing upon a woman's choice as part of feminism, meaning she has the right to not have to be a feminist. Okay? They don't need feminism. You hear? They don't want it. We don't want it. Go away. Okay. Anyways, we have a choice to not have, and especially maybe, believe it or not, some of these women, are actually more likely maybe to support second wave, which, by the way, they've moved from being feminist to egalitarian. Maybe because, they have learned men aren't the problem. Well, after all these freaking years. And they got a point on a lot of these, like this one. I don't need feminism. Feminism promotes making our enemies men. Men aren't our enemies. An anti-feminist. Which, yeah, you kind of do, feminist. I don't know if you've heard. But yeah, there are plenty of situations, both a long time ago and now, that would justify feminism being anti-male. From things like Andrea Dworkin, or it just so on and so forth on that one. Oh, Valerie Solanas, I believe she's another. And today we have, what the hell is her name? Jessica Valenti, that's who it is.
But what are these women really saying when they declare they aren't feminists?
What they think they're saying is, I don't hate men, I love men.
I don't think women are better than men.
I'm not that.
Well, again, they have a point. Also, it's a straw man. Yeah. The thing is, yeah, they are cool women because here's the thing. They don't freak out whenever, or for example, I don't freak out whenever I see something on television involving women getting beaten up or punched. Just because, oh, I think it's going to promote sexism towards or violence against women. Even though, to be honest, I don't think it promoted or justified it. It's part of the story, and it's actually making the character look stupid or crazy. Just like you guys freaking out over the fact somebody who isn't a feminist, oh my god, like Katy Perry. That being one.
Kind of woman. You know, the crazy, bra-burning, feminazi kind. I'm a cool woman.
I don't want to put women above men.
For anyone who needs a refresher, this is what feminism means at its core.
Feminist, a person who believes in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes.
Hating men?
No, it's the advocacy. And still, even if that was the definition, that doesn't justify, women in Canada who, when I went feminist, and Canada pulling a fire alarm switch to end I believe, a seminar of people committing suicide, male suicide. Okay, that kind of seems iffy to me. Also, also, yeah, even if we were using that definition, yeah, explain that situation. The other one is, it's the advocacy of women's rights. Now, does it mean, hey, men can't be a part of that? No, but I can understand why they shouldn't be, or why it's not necessary for them to be so. Because if you don't have a wife, why do you need to worry about making sure she's, or heck, anybody who is not like you? Shouldn't it be upon the person who is being hurt to defend themselves rather than have? And that's also another thing, feminists. I thought you didn't need men. Yeah. But anyways.
And being a feminist are actually not connected at all. Not even a little bit.
Oh, really? Hey. So then explain patriarchy. Explain the fact that women, even though we did get the right to vote, we didn't take on any conscription like the men do. No, there's you're not advocating women going into positions that are harder and more difficult to do, or at least more physically demanding. You're advocating the idea that a woman should be a doctor, more like the social jobs, doctors, maybe teachers or secretaries, lighter, less physically demanding jobs. That's what you're advocating for, okay? But yet, you don't advocate for that, so what the fuck?
Feminism is about equality of the sexes, but right now, one sex has a lot more power than the other.
Men are...
Okay, now, bullshit. There are situations and problems involving men. Like, okay, you're telling me this when men have a much harder time at getting control of their kids. In the UK, rape laws only apply to that of females, not men. It's only covered under them. Let's see. What would be another one? Oh. I did bring up the jobs. I mean, like I said, I rarely ever see you idiots trying to do that, and more often than not, yeah, men are doing the hard-breaking, back-breaking work, right? That issue will, shorten their lifespan rather than anything else. Let's see. Other things. Oh, when a man went in, and this may be other situations, but I'm pretty sure, hey, when men want to get checked for breast cancer, well, you know what? They're not given that right based upon the fact that, oh, well, we don't believe men have breasts, remember? Anyways.
Not systematically oppressed based on their gender.
Sorry, folks, I had to take a call. But, anyways, back to this.
And that's a fact.
But women are, and that's a fact too.
So if you believe...
Really? We are systematically oppressed. Well, see, they do have a point here, why they would think that. Because we have two ladies up here bitching and moaning about women's rights, and, well, destroying the rights of those who are in power, as you have said. Okay? Because, see, that's the thing about a systematic oppression of any kind. You, the oppressed, wouldn't be saying jack shit about anything. About your own oppression or anything else. In fact, it would probably read, most of the time it would say, oh, there are no women here. We don't have any women here. Just like, in Nazi Germany, well, yes, there are Jews over there. And, they wanted to be over there. You see? And they would give no justification for it. Whereas, girls do like to play with dolls. Not every single one of us, but a lot of us did when we were younger. Why? Because maybe little girls do not enjoy roughhousing as much as boys do. And we've done studies on that. Unfortunately, yes, I would love it if my daughter would be more rough and tumble as my son might be one day. But alas, that's not how biology works. Okay? We're not.
Any of the following:
Reproductive rights,
equal pay for equal work,
seeing diverse bodies.
Okay, first of all, alright, yes, we have reproductive rights. Far more than men do. In fact, far more than men do. I mean, basically, think about it. Guys have condoms, or, they can get, it's I can't remember how to pronounce it, but there we go, vasectomy, there, vasectomy. Okay. More abstinence. Well, ladies have the abortion, the pill. You can also be abstinent. Most time, guys don't really try to force a girl to have sex. Trust me, if we lived in that society, you wouldn't be up here saying jack shit about anything. So, at best, you are probably the privileged class, or at least part of that class. So,
ethnicities, and gender expressions.
Also, I'm sorry, I forgot the last part of that. Seeing diverse bodies and then the, what you're about to say, ethnicity. Why does every single freaking ethnicity have to be represented in every single place? Especially when then there's more of a majority of a certain race or gender. Now, why don't you fight for actors' rights? Because in my opinion, those people might, or like job discrimination in those areas. That's where they're being mistreated. Because there are cases where it does happen. And I'm sure there is. But trust me, it's not because we don't see enough black actors. We got tons of those. To be honest, I think the 80s was pretty much when black people were starting to take over Hollywood. That's why we now have so many of those. Also, I, for one, am okay with the fact that we don't see tons of female characters. Maybe because a lot of girls don't want to watch superheroes. They want to go and watch fantasies or romances, because that's just something we like to watch. I don't know why, but it's something we do. Okay, you don't have to watch it. There's tons of other movies you can watch that are that aspect. But anyways,
On screen in magazines.
Providing education to 62 million girls who don't have access.
And not giving it to the boys. Because the thing is, you're going into countries where, yeah, they're fucked up altogether. Trust me. A society that has the killing and the raping and all that nonsense, guess what? Their country's fucked up on both sides. Male and female are getting killed and destroyed. Like, for example, I don't see you guys defending any of the boys from Boko Haram who are being killed, basically, I guess because they just didn't fit the requirements to go into war or something. Boys are supposed to fit, despite the fact that those countries are so fucked up. Like, I'm just eating proper food and nutrition. But yeah, you think it's a brilliant idea. We open a school for 62 million girls. But see, here's the thing. You don't educate the men, and you just tell them, nope, can't be here, fuck off. Well, why would a man want to have anything to do with a woman who doesn't need him? That's the thing, I mean, yes, less people might help, but I don't think it's a problem. It's just... part of... Anyways, continuing.
Ending sexual violence.
Having women in government,
No, because the funny thing is, women in government may actually not agree with my right to have any choice. And guess what? They happen to also be feminists. Think about it. There are already women in government, and there's enough of them as it is. And guess what? They probably, on average, don't want me to have the right to an abortion. I don't know why. Maybe as I look into the situation, it turns out, ladies, maybe we need to start being more responsible, like using birth control, taking fucking control pills, actually using our rights that we currently have. But nonetheless,
women CEOs.
Basic gender equality.
Surprise!
we have it, you idiots.
You're probably a feminist.
No, I would be a gender egalitarian. So, yeah. Gender egalitarians want equal rights for both genders. Yes. And I'd probably say they're a fuck ton lot smarter, because here's the thing. Gender egalitarians also understand, or at least one is at least worth their ilk, in my opinion, and would be ones that would understand equal opportunity is not equal outcome. That's the thing. You're not going to get the same results all the time. It's just that we want to have a fair playing field, or else it's basically what it would be is, in a metaphorical sense, basically a child being beaten by an adult, That's what it is, because a child doesn't have any right over the parent or adults. You would have no power, no opportunity to get away. That's why we protect children. Same way as, we protect women, and we protect men who are not capable of defending themselves. Not all the time, and, I understand we don't always do that, but let's just be honest. We could be better about it, but we're not the worst in comparison to other countries. When it comes to men and women. And children, by the way. Continuing on.
Feel free to identify or not identify any way you want. But if you say you're not a feminist, at least understand what the term actually means.
And if you think...
Well, here's the thing. Lots of people already know the definition of what a feminist is. Hence why they ain't feminist. Okay? They're either gender egalitarians, or hey, they don't want to have anything to do with this idiotic gender warfare that you feminists keep talking about. Because guess what? There either isn't one in their area, or apparently, if there is one, guess what? The women are fine. You understand that, right?
that you're a humanist.
Ziva, we gotta go. We just don't have to.
Okay. Now, this part pisses me off only in the sense of, well, basically what every feminist tries to say. Hey, well, it's not our job to educate you. Basically, that's what you're doing. Well, then it's not our job to listen to you. You see our point? Don't educate, don't need to listen. Okay? Then your point doesn't get out there, and, well, then you wonder why feminism isn't a thing amongst the country.
Time for this today.
Anyways. Way to go, HuffPost. Educating nobody. And thank you for watching. Sorry if this video sort of comes off as a little bit shaky. I'm just getting back into the swing of making these kinds of videos again. As you can see, I haven't done the recorder just to see. But, anyways, please click the button and subscribe, watch, and thank you for hearing me talk about this. And keep it frosty. And feminists, shut up.